last night at Jerez's campsite. So we're leaving the national park today and we are heading down south of Porto. Last night was a lot cooler, wasn't it? I think we both slept well. We watched the final episode of Ozark last night. That was exciting. And yeah, so we're heading to Braga now, which is the nearest town outside of the national park. So it's about an hour away. And we're going to get a coffee and a pastel di nata and one of the custard tarts for breakfast to take with us. We are heading, overall it's about 3.5 hours away to Greenval Farm to stay the night. So we booked it on Easy Camp, and it is a website where you can book. You can either stay at someone's vineyard or farm or land that they have, and the way it works is you buy like a pack, and each one is a different price. So for example, this one's €20, and with that pack you get an overnight stay, and you have a pack of like a basket of, where it's a farm, fresh produce, so eggs, seasonal vegetables and a small bottle of port. So we're looking forward to that. That's dinner sorted, and they do yoga there, so we're going to do yoga class tonight. And yeah, we're excited. So we're going to start making our way down south slowly now.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hello. So we are in the beautiful Greenval Farm. We were here. We left the national park yesterday, and we stopped in Braga on the way to get our pastel de nata.
Yeah, nice, fresh, hot pastel de nata. Had a little wander round the town. Had about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
There, we've got an hour on the van in a parking spot, so had a little walk around. Broke up the journey nicely, because otherwise it would have been about 3 hours in total.
Yeah.
But doing an hour and a bit to Braga, and then having about 2 hours to get to here was quite nice. Broke it up. Drivers again, very scenic, very pretty, very windy. We're still in the mountains.
We are. It's beautiful. Not much signal, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So we got here about 3ish. Then we were greeted by 3 massive,
huge dogs
that were at the gate, and we were like, oh, they're big. But very friendly and lovely. Isabel greeted us. This is her and her husband's home
house,
and they're in the process of expanding and building their own house, and they've got, I'll give you a tour shortly. It's beautiful here. So we found this site on Easy Camp we mentioned yesterday in our last clip, and yeah, so we got here about 3. We had a little walk around and then walked to town.
Walked into the little village where there is
about
precisely 1 restaurant, 1 cafe and 1 grocery store.
Yeah.
Didn't see the grocery store.
No.
The restaurant looked pretty closed. The cafe was mega busy when we got there.
Yeah.
And this one lady was just like running around doing her nut, making coffee and serving drinks.
Everyone
and
drinks
whatever.
a lot of espressos here.
Yeah, a lot of coffee.
In the middle of the day.
Where everyone was drinking espresso, we walked in and ordered 2 beers and a massive packet of crisps.
Yeah.
But those 2 beers, that 7-Up and that massive packet of crisps cost €5.35, which is probably somewhere in between £4 and £5.
So we stayed there for a bit and then we walked back, and I got changed because the lovely Isabel is a yoga teacher. She's been teaching for about 15 years. They used to live in Porto and then they bought this land and moved down here in 2016, and she teaches locally. She does kids yoga and adults yoga, so I went to one of the adults yoga yesterday and it was lovely. It was my first Portuguese class, so that was fun, and it was nice to practice with the lovely ladies, and everyone was very friendly. And then while you were sitting in your house,
You were very active, and I sat in that hammock over there for just over an hour, doing nothing, drinking a beer and chilling with the dogs. So pretty good.
lovely. And then came back. So I'll show you the punnet of blueberries. So Isabel, apparently it's blueberry season,
Not a punnet.
and Isabel said there's a blueberry farm, lots of berries, raspberries and blueberries grow here. And she said, so all this kilo of blueberries I've got for €6. So obviously you know how much you pay, like £2.50, £3 for like this tiny box at home. This whole punnet was €6, so like £5 something. So we've got blueberries to live off for the next few days. And then we came back and made dinner. And you had your first Tibetan singing bowl meditation. So the lovely Isabel, she gave us a joint session of Tibetan singing bowls. So she puts them on different areas of your body, and she makes the vibration, makes the sound. And for one, it's lovely and relaxing anyway, but then I've not had it on my body, and you've never had it, have you?
No.
So it was a really lovely experience, and yeah, we'd definitely do it again.
I fell asleep.
It's very cool. You did, you were snoring, but yeah.
Half an hour of her just smashing this big metal bowl on your back and other bits. Sounds lovely.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I just passed out.
You were relaxed. So we did that, and then at that point we were both really sleepy, and it was about 10 o'clock anyway, wasn't it? So
Yeah, about 10:30, so we went to bed.
So we've just had breakfast. Isabel gave us some lovely fresh eggs and courgette and potatoes that they've grown here, and we had eggs and courgette
Scrambled eggs and
breakfast,
pan-fried courgette
and
for
blueberries.
breakfast.
We definitely come here again, and we definitely recommend this to other people to come and stay. So next up we are going to Aviero.
Bye.
Bye.
Buongiorno. Back in the van. We drove about an hour and 20 minutes from Greenval in the mountains down to Aviero, which is, we think, how you say it. We pulled into the car park we were going to go to. It was very rammed. It's only €1 for a whole day, so we should have expected it really.
Yeah.
As we pulled in, there was a guy with a cigarette in his mouth who looked a little bit homeless, didn't he? Directing people right once, because the car park's one way, so you come in and you come back out the same way. Once you get about halfway down, this guy was like, go this way, go this way. We went down, there was loads of cars parked there, but it looked a bit sketchy. It just turned out that it was the site of like maybe 20 demolished buildings.
Yeah.
It's just, there's rubble in places, there's weeds everywhere. I mean, have a look around. There's loads of cars, but it's just an abandoned building site, just where something's happening to it at some point, but not yet. So we were a little bit nervous.
This guy was telling us which parking spot to go in.
Yeah, he was like, we
Which
went.
was very helpful.
It was really helpful. I think he was just doing it for a bit of change, to be honest.
Yeah. But he was doing it to everyone.
He was doing it for everybody,
It's
like, yeah,
his
coming in.
full-time job.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? So then we trotted in, had a little look.
Very pretty. Lots of pretty tiles, doors, very appealing. Lovely canal, lots of canal boats going up and down. We stopped at a bar on the canal and they had a deal going on, and it was like for €3 you could get tapa, which is one of the tapas options, and a beer for €3. So we got that, and then when you went to pay it was only €4. So it's good.
Yeah.
It was nice, and it was salted cod and olives on some bread.
Some nice bread.
Crusty bread. It was nice.
Yeah.
And then went for a wander. And then
when we were sat there having this, because we were going to stay here tonight, but what I think we're going to push on through down to Nazarè now.
Yeah.
To save a
3-hour drive.
To save a bit of time, because when walking around we thought we don't really need to see much more than this.
Yeah.
And we'd only been there about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So there isn't a huge amount to do here or see. It seems more like a day trip for local tourists rather than internationals.
Very pretty.
Very nice.
I
mean, I'm happy we've been.
We didn't need to be.
No,
don't need to be here for 24 hours.
We don't need to stay here to get up early tomorrow to try and make it to somewhere else that's going to be busy as well. So
we're heading to Nazarè.
Place with
like
big
that.
wave.
Yes, big surf. But
Just
yeah.
going there to see it, really. Apparently the town is very touristy because of the surf. But I want to see.
We're going there next.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you updated.
Au revoir.
What are you doing, mate?